This week, we are going to start working with the Universal Window Platform, uh, abbreviated UWP, and it's a 5-week unit. And this is where the Windows apps are developed. And there's also games that are developed using this platform. Uh, you will find a lot more tutorials on games using WPF, which is kind of the old outdated version. This new version, Universal Window Platform, is for Windows 10 and 11. There's something that's even newer that is not only for Windows, but it's cross-platform and it's mobile, and it's called .NET MAUI. Uh, there is very little right now written for .NET MAUI because it is so new. But I do have a tutorial that I'm going to have you work through the last couple weeks, just to kind of give you a little introduction. But .NET MAUI is easier to learn if you know the Universal Window Platform. So we are going to be working with the Universal Window Platform, and that is covered in the book. And so we're going to start by going through all of those hands-on exercises starting in chapter 1. I've got the pages outlined here, but these were the exercises that basically kind of introduced you to the Universal Window Platform. Uh, our approach was to learn C# and ASP.NET first, and then go back and learn the Universal Window Platform. And so this is going to be kind of a nice review of things that were covered in that chapter, but the focus is on the Universal Windows Platform. So it is important that you go back and you do these hands-on exercises because it's giving you a lot of background information on the interface and where to find things and how to use it. And a lot of the files that you'll open will be partially completed and you will be making changes to them. But as you're doing that, you are learning how to use the UWP. Okay, so you're going to go through and you only need to do the hands-on exercises on the pages that I have specified. And if I noticed anything different or unusual as I was going through them, because I went through all of these pages myself, I did note that for you to help you out. So as you go through this, you will complete that, and then you'll have a pretty good foundation in the Universal Window Platform moving forward. Okay, so really important that you go through all of these. And to help you out, or to summarize information that was presented, I did create a little lecture demo. And so this just summarizes the information that was in some of those tutorials. There is some new information that is presented on file handling that's actually not covered in the chapter. It's only in the UWP exercise. So I did include some information on file handling. Okay. And you can actually, copy and paste these programs and run them. I think they're pretty straightforward. They're pretty simple programs as far as, creating a file and reading from the file. Okay. And so this week there is no lab assignment, and there's literally nothing to turn in because these exercises have the answer key in there. So when you look at them, you will be opening the ones that are not completed. Okay? But if you get stuck, you certainly can look at the completed one to see what you missed. And if you do get stuck, usually it is a typo. I noticed when I did this that IntelliSense is not always helpful. So sometimes it fills in the wrong command. So kind of watch out for that. That is what you're going to be working on this week. And for additional resources, I do have, what is a Universal Windows Platform app? Okay, so this kind of, gives you kind of an overview of, what the app is. And then I also got an ebook with additional information on UWP. Okay, so you certainly can download that and keep that for a reference for yourself. Okay, and this gets into vector graphics and animation and all sorts of fun stuff. The projects that we're going to be working with deal with persistence and being able to save information and then read that information back in. Okay, so this just gives you some additional information. And if you do get stuck, or if there's anything that you don't understand, as you're working through this, I think the textbook author does do a really good job of explaining all of the code and what it's doing. But if there is something that you don't understand, please ask, and I would be happy to explain it to you. Okay, and then starting next week, we are going to be moving forward in the book and completing additional chapters. And next week, you will have a lab assignment as well. So no lab assignment this week, but you will have one next week. Let me know if you have any questions and have an awesome week.